and welcome back to Jason's Macintosh Museum. This is part 2 in the video series on the Macintosh Centris 610 from 1993. And in this video we're going to start the Centris 610 up and, as always, show a couple of old Macintosh games. Now, as you can see, we have a keyboard, mouse and monitor hooked up to the Centris 610. We've got the standard Apple colour, just the Apple high resolution colour display, the Trinitron, the 14-inch Trinitron display. We have the standard Apple keyboard too, but for the mouse, I thought for a bit of a change, we'll use the aftermarket Logitech Mouseman for the Macintosh. So I'll get a better shot of that. So as you can see, it's actually a standard, looks like a standard PC 3-button mouse, but this one happens to be an ADB mouse, so it's compatible with the Apple Mac. And with special software, you could enable the features of the middle and right mouse buttons. But without the software, it just acts like a simple single-button mouse. Now, the Centris 610, which is quite surprising for a Mac from the mid-90s, does not support soft power. So you have to turn it on with the power switch, which thankfully on this one is on the front, just below the floppy drive. So we'll turn the monitor on first. Let's give that a second to warm up. Okay, now we'll switch on. Okay, we now have the Macintosh Centris 610 up and running, so let's have a quick look at the system software. And this being an 040 based Mac, we can run macOS 8, so we're currently running 8.1 with 68 megabytes of memory, which is the most memory that the system can in fact take. So there's plenty there. So we've got a couple of games to try. Now the first one is called The Incredible Machine, which is really more of a puzzle style game. But I think it's quite interesting. So let's give it a try.
Phew.
Music off. So the idea behind this game is it's really a puzzle where you have to construct a machine out of the parts you're given to accomplish a certain task. So this one, for example, is a puzzle where we have to put the ball, this basketball, into this hoop. And so the way you do it is you're given certain parts over here that you have to use to link other components together to achieve the objective that you want to achieve. So what we've got here is we've got 3 drive belts, we've got 3 motor units, and we have 3 ramp units. So we have to get this basketball into this hoop. So I must admit I've done a bit of research on this before I before I played it. So the first thing we have to do is we can actually play or start the puzzle as is and have a look at what happens. If we click here, that's all that happens. The bowling ball drops and nothing else happens. Now, I happen to know that these are conveyor belts, so if we attach something that can turn them up here, we can cause the ball to roll forwards and drop down. So we have to put some kind of motor or belt on here. But the question then is, how do you drive it? Because these motors over here will only activate if weight falls on them. So therefore, we take one of these and we'll put it down here. And if we start the puzzle now, what happens when the bowling ball drops, the motor, well, the rat and the wheel the rat starts to run in the wheel and the motor will turn. So we can now use these drive belts to link the motor with this conveyor belt. So if we run it now, you can see the bowling ball moves, but it doesn't do us any good. But of course, what we can then do is we can put another motor about here that will be triggered by this bowling ball, which will then turn this conveyor, or this conveyor. So we'll do that. And now what we have, this bowling ball now moves, but we have to now transfer the motion to this conveyor. So again, we'll put another motor about here that the bowling ball will strike. Oh, and then we'll connect a belt. Oh, we can't go that angle. Let's try that. Have to do it there. That's it. So what should now happen is, ball drops, rat starts running, turns this conveyor, that bowling ball drops, starts this starts this motor. That, well, you get the idea. So if we run it now, the only problem now is, of course, the basketball still doesn't have enough of a ramp. Well, it's too far away from the ramp to end up in the hoop. So we drag this ramp, put it over here. We can expand it out to about there, and then it should drop into here. So let's see if it works. Ah, it worked. So that's puzzle one. So let's continue on to the next one. So this one, you have to get both bowling balls into these metal baskets. So as you can see at the moment, we have basketballs sitting here, we've got a motor here and a belt driving this conveyor. So if we run the puzzle in its current state, what should happen is this basketball should drop, trigger this motor to run, conveyor will run, bowling ball will end up in here. Like that, but of course nothing happens over here. So we have to find a way to get this conveyor moving. So we have to use another rat running in a wheel, and if we put it, let's say we put it about there, we'll hook up the, can't do it that way, we have to go, because the problem is we can't, no. See, what I need to do is, this basketball, if I can get the bowling ball to hit the basketball, and then hit this will then start and cause this conveyor to move. So, I'm just going to work out where I put the basketball about there, and I put this about here, like that. Can I join these up now? No, I can't. Unless I just put the basketball here, because it will slowly drop when the puzzle starts. Let's see if that works. Okay, went the wrong direction. I believe we can flip. Let's try that.
Phew.
Aha, that worked. Right, on to the next one. We must pop all the balloons. Okay, now but I haven't actually tried this one yet, so you'll be following my probably my rather slow thought process here. So to pop all the balloons, well, okay, let's run it at the moment, see how it looks. Okay, so baseball falls down, closes the bellows, blows the blows the balloon into the scissors, it bursts. Okay. Now, the question is, what about? Well, I think with what have we got here? We've got another ball, tennis ball, looks like. What does that do? Okay, that drops. Okay, so I have if I put that there, put that there, and put that there. Let's see if that triggers that one. Okay, that worked. But what do we do about this one? I've got one more of these. Now, will this drop far enough or fast enough to activate this? But having said that, it probably should go the other way. Let's try that.
Phew.
Oh, there we go. Right, we'll do one more. Because the bowling ball fall off the bottom of the screen. The bottom of the screen. Okay. So how does it work at the moment? Fall off the bottom of the screen. So I probably need something under the bowling ball, so we may have to put one of these. Can't put it there. Actually, what? These don't move, obviously, when you... they drop. Ah, okay. Oh, but you can't move them. That's a tricky one. So my bonus time's running out. Fall off the bottom. So we've got all these ramps. And I can't change anything here. Let me look at this again. Now the one that just got launched up in the air, where did it go? Does it come back down? Nope. Doesn't look like it. I have to have a bit of a think about this. I'll come back to you when I've had a bit of a think. Well, I'm stumped. I cannot seem to figure this particular puzzle out. I think I have an idea as to how it should work, but I just can't seem to get all the parts to work properly together. So I've put a pivot underneath the bowling ball here, because the only way to get the bowling ball to fall to the bottom of the screen would be to have it rise over here and then fall off. So if I get something to push on this end of the pivot, the bowling ball will drop off the edge of the screen. Now my theory is if I can push on this pivot here, this ball will bounce and trigger this pivot, this ball will bounce, trigger this pivot, and knock the bowling ball off the edge. But I can't get anything to push on this end of the pivot over here, because no matter what I do with the bowling ball, with the basketball here, even if I insert another pivot to force it to bypass this pivot and go over here, I can't seem to get anything. It can't seem to get it to work, because you notice as soon as I start the machine, that ball that just flew off the pivot is gone. It never comes back down. At least I don't think it does. I waited for a while, but it didn't seem to come back down. So I'm not really sure how to solve this one. Maybe you have some ideas on how to do it, but this one's got me stumped. So I think at this point we'll quit while we're ahead, and we'll try the second game. So we'll quit out of this. And the next game we're going to play is called Factory, which is a game that basically resembles an assembly line that you have to manage. And as I've found, if you're not, if you've got to watch a lot of things at once, if you're not quick as to what's going on and adapting, it's can be quite tricky. So I think it's quite a fun game. So let's give it a try. So we begin. Nobody, yep, that's me. So the first assembly line is to bottle mouthwash. So here's the assembly guide. So in other words, the bottles come in, they go across a line, they get looks like they get filled, they get the caps put on them, and then we have the completed product. So you can see here, we've already got a cap that dropped onto the line. Now the caps have to go up here, so I've got to switch this router, or whatever you call it, to send the caps up here. Bottles that come in have to go this way. So actually, we might speed it up a bit. It's a bit slow as it is. There's the cap. Oh, there's a bottle. It's got to go that way. That gets filled. Oh, there's a cap. It's got to go there. Oh, bottle's gonna go that way. Cap's gotta go that way. Bottle. And you can see what happens over here is that as the caps come in, they get oops. The caps come into this little holding area and then get dispensed as required. So as you'll find it in later stages, if you don't have enough of the product in this holding area, then the products will be incomplete as they come out. And here we go. The truck is full. Didn't quite get that right. Now we're making breakfast cereal. Okay, so box comes in. Probably the toy or whatever goes into the box. Box gets sealed, and there's our packet of breakfast cereal. Now I have to release these manually from this station over here, but at the moment I can't because there are no boxes in the holding area. So the toys have to go through this chute. Boxes have to go through here. So here's a box coming along. It's got to switch it to that side. We'll speed it up a bit. So there's a box that comes in. There's another box. But the boxes will now sit here. You can see the little bar graph shows how much you have. So we'll let a few more drop in before we start to release them. Well, actually, we can't release them because we have no, we have none of the stars, the little toys to go in. So if I release one now, I won't be able to get. Whoops! And I missed that. So the stars go in there. And I'm messing it up already. So that goes there. That goes there. So we can now release a box. That should now be processed correctly. So we've got a few of the toys here, but we have no boxes, so we can't. Ah, no, that wasn't supposed to go in there. So you've got to keep your eye on it all the time. The boxes go in there. We can release the box. It's got to go there. Now we can release the box. Release the box. Ooh, just got that in time. Release the box. Ah, did we get... Ah, whoops. This is not... This won't be good. Oh dear. Now we're boxing shoes. Right, so boxes, shoes, well, that's pretty simple. Again, we'll speed it up. Ah, and I see here you've got the option to dispose of shoes that weren't properly packaged, so might have to make use of that. Right, so shoes go in there, boxes go in there, and we have to release the boxes when there are shoes to fill them. Oh, makes sense. Let's see if I can get this one perfect this time. Actually, we'll speed it up even more to make it even harder. Oh, there's a box. Yep, which we can release. Oh, box. Oh, so far so good. Oh, we can release a few of those. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. Can we speed it up even more? No, we can't. That's as fast as it goes. Oh. Nearly missed that one. I think we're doing quite well. Oh, that might be a problem. Ah, oh, can I switch it? Oh, beautiful. Just got that one in time. Ah, perfect. Look at that.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Right, filling labeling cartons of chocolate and milk. Now, this one I've done before, and this one is quite difficult. It's a much more complicated procedure. So you've got the milk cartons that come in, they're filled, processed, label goes on, you've got the final product. But you've got to release several different stages and switch these. So here we go. So cartons have to go down here, labels go down here. Cartons wait for that. You release the cartons, they come out, they get filled. Then you wait for them. They get held here. You have to release them from here before they get labelled. And it's complicated. But let's Let's speed it up. Right, so cartons are coming across. They get held in there. Oh, labels. So just let that run for a while, just to build up the stock of labels and cartons. Oh. Okay, so we can now release some of these. So they get filled, go down and get held there. And you can't let these fill up either. So you've got to keep your eye on what's going on all the time. Release a few more of those. Might release a couple from here now. Oh no! Oh! Missed one. Released them too quickly. Whoops. Oh! Oops. Oh, screwed that one up.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Release that one. Carton, label. Gotta keep your eye on everything that's going on. Yep, they're fine. I can release that. Release that. They're good. They're going the right way. Label there. Carton there. Don't release them too quickly. Release a few more of those. Okay, good. Ah! Oh, oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Whoops. There's so much to think about. Oh, label goes that way. Release a few of those. Oh no, that
Oh no.
Whoops. I think this place needs some decent quality control. Inspect the product before it ends up on the truck. No.
Oh no. Oh no.
At least a few of those. Label goes that way. Oh, that goes that way.
Oh no.
What happened? What happened there? Oh no, that's supposed to... This is not looking good. Oh, it was lousy. Alright, toothpaste. Okay. So, tube, the cap. Okay, I think I follow that. Right, so Again, let's speed it up. Okay, so tubes have to go there. Boxes there, caps there. Okay, I think I follow that. We'll let the supply of caps and tubes build up first before we... Oh, nearly missed that one. It's a tube that goes all the way to there. Oh. Gotta watch what's going on.
Oh no.
Notice if you put the wrong product down a product down the wrong chute, it actually clears the inventory of whatever was stored in there. So you've pretty much got to start again. I think we're ready to release some of them. I think. Just give a few more runs.
Oh no.
Whoa, what happened? Oh, no. Which means I've got no boxes now. Oh, wait, no. What did I do that for?
Oh no.
God, now I'm losing it completely.
Oh no. Oh no.
I think I've actually only made one proper box of toothpaste at the moment. At least we can release a few more. Oh no, that one. I'm getting the hang of it. Yep, there's a box. Oh, didn't have any boxes. Ah, that's a bad one. Ah, no.
Oh no.
See, your attention you get distracted. You're looking at one thing and you forget about what's going on around you. Oh dear. Actually, very tricky to keep all this all working as it should. boxes. Never okay for boxes. Oh, cap. Cap goes there. Ah, oops. Oh, blew that one. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Not great. Alright, we'll do one more. Burgers. Right. Okay. Assembly guide for big burgers. Right, okay, I think I follow that. Right, so... Oh, I see, so you got the bun and the... Right, I think I understand. Let's speed it up again. Question is, though, these look the same, so not entirely sure. You're supposed to distribute them evenly between the two? I think that's what... maybe not. What happened there? What? They look the same! Am I doing this right? So that looks the same as... Huh. I can't tell them apart. So... I see what we do. Aha. Okay, no, oops, oh, nearly missed that one. We're looking for, we'll put that one down there. One goes there. Let's start. Oh, goes there. I think we're getting the hang of it. Oh, no. We've obviously got to keep these both filled with buns. Oh. I'll put some more in that one. That's good. A few more. That's good. Oh, no. Oh, it wasn't supposed to go there. Oh, no. Oh, it's all falling apart. Oh, dear. Burger's all gone to hell. Watch what you're doing. Just got that through. Oh, this should be good. Not great. Okay, I think that's enough. Alright, yeah, time to shut down. So, that was a demonstration of the Macintosh Centris 610 from 1993. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.